Hey, welcome back, everybody. Good morning from the Findlay Hyundai Studios. Show brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course, Zag, Wilkinson, some of our great sponsors bringing you the program this morning. As we mentioned and teased, Bronson Barron, quarterback, started his career at Weber State, went out to Western Kentucky, and now has gone through the portal a second time. He's coming back to the great state of Utah. Good morning, Bronson. How you doing?
Doing good. How you doing, Devin?
I'm good, man. Kind of some breaking news here this morning. First and foremost, thanks for joining us. Secondly, tell everybody where you're going. Let's get that right out of the bag, right out of the gate.
Yeah. I'll be transferring to Southern Utah University and playing for Coach Fitzgerald down there.
Boom, boom. Coming back to the great state of Utah, SUU, Coach Fitz, in just 2 years has kind of turned that program around. I'm sure T-Bird fans listening up there on 93.1 are ecstatic hearing that news. Take us behind the scenes, Bronson. How hard was this decision? What other offers did you have? When did you decide you were going to leave Western Kentucky? All those things. Give us some of the details.
So, Western Kentucky last year made that decision to transfer out here. Got here and kind of realized it wasn't what it was made out to be. Me and my wife were people of faith and felt strongly that it was going to be a good spot for us to be at. And after this season, just kind of realized, you know what, maybe the good Lord sent us here for another reason, and maybe it wasn't for football. And then as we were talking and trying to figure out what would be best for me and for our future, we felt as like the new transfer portal rule where you could transfer twice without penalty was a great option, And so the day after Christmas, we actually had that discussion and, felt like it was the best thing to do was to enter the portal again. So we hopped in the portal and, I had several group of 5 schools reaching out, talking with me. Coach Fitz came in pretty quick as I entered the portal. And, that's kind of how it went, talking with all these schools. But, I wanted to go to a place where I can make an immediate impact and have guys around me that can make plays and, find a place where the people there love football. And, at the 3 years I was at Weber State, we played down in Cedar twice. Both times we played, there's people there. The stadium was full. And so that's something that I want to be a part of. Had a great conversations with Coach Fitzgerald. He checked in on me every day. And like you said, he's turned the program around. He's a real straight shooter. He's going to tell you how it is. And I feel very grateful that he's given me the opportunity to be down there at Cedar, has given me the opportunity to play. I have complete trust, faith, and confidence in Coach Fitz and what he's doing down there.
Bronson Barron, our guest here. You said he checked in on you frequently. How many texts? How many phone calls? What did it take from Coach Fitz to get you ultimately? Just more attention than anybody else? Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
I mean, Coach Fitz, we talked, every day. But like I said, I wanted to go to a place where I can make an immediate impact and have people there that would help me to do so. And obviously we've been able to see, SUU is kind of on the rise right now. They got great ball players there. The whole offensive line is returning. They have great receivers coming back. Their defense was pretty stout. And so I think there's a great opportunity to, go in, prove myself, and hopefully make an immediate impact and go win ball games and, bring a lot of success to the SUU football program.
Obviously, Justin Miller, career ended. He started all 11 games, threw for over 2,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, nearly 60% completion ratio. How much did seeing him leaving and seeing that door open have a factor in all this, Bronson? Was that ever discussed with you and Coach Fitz?
Yeah, I actually know Justin really well. He's a good friend of mine, and he was actually, as I was going through the recruiting process, I was talking to him, how he felt about the program, how he felt about the coaching staff. And, yeah, definitely seeing, Justin had a great career there, had a pretty successful year this year. And then seeing him go, it was like, okay, well, the door's open. I can go in and I can compete. Look what Justin did; he did a good job. And the big thing was just Coach Fitzgerald. I can't speak highly enough about him. Just how honest and upfront he was about everything. That was huge.
Did he tell you he's got some playmakers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, Bronson, I wanted to ask you, you're talking about Coach Fitzgerald and just kind of the way he was recruiting you and going through it. For a lot of the listeners, though, they don't really know kind of how the transfer portal works, how NIL and all this is taking into effect. Are you able to kind of give the listeners a little bit of an idea of what it was like, what it's like going in that portal, and how do you know if coaches are looking at you and reaching out to you, or do you just kind of wait till your phone lights up one day? What's that process like, just so kind of people have an idea of how that works?
Yeah. I would say that the transfer portal, it's the Wild West. It's a little bit of a nerve-wracking thing to do, because you can't talk to coaches before you enter that. That's against the NCAA rule. So you put your name in the portal and kind of just hope that you're going to have schools reach out and you're going to have opportunities come up. And I was very blessed and fortunate to have that happen when I did enter the portal. So entered the portal, and like you said, started getting phone calls, started getting messages on Twitter, from several different schools, and that's just kind of how it works. You really hope that will happen, and like I said, I was very blessed and fortunate enough to have that happen.
You got to be pretty steady Eddie, don't you, Bronson? I mean, Jay Hill bolts to BYU. You go to Western Kentucky. You kind of know Austin Reed's out there, NFL talent. But what kind of went wrong at Western Kentucky? I think Weber State was kind of evident, right? You want to go somewhere maybe that was a little more pass happy, that you could put up a little bit bigger numbers, have a chance to shine a little bit more. Obviously, you always had that great defense when you're at Weber State, but I was watching the bowl game, and it looked like you were ready to go in. Instead, they put that other Velcamp kid in, and he had a great bowl game. Take nothing away from his bowl game. He put up some really good numbers, but I'm curious, was that the beginning of the end when you didn't get to go into the bowl game for you? Is that when the writing was on the wall, it was time to move on?
I would definitely say that had an impact on it. Like you said, I was ready. Whole bowl week, 2 weeks before the bowl game, I was, told, hey, be ready to go. And so I had done everything to prepare as if I'd be the guy running out there. And, I guess they wanted to go in a different direction. And so, it was a tough situation, but, I mean, I want to go to a place where I can play and where coaches have the utmost confidence and belief in me. And so, that bowl game kind of not proved or shown, but it kind of, the writing was maybe on the wall. And so that's when, after that, the decision was kind of like, this might be the best thing to do for what I want to achieve.
Was it still good? Did you get some good coaching? Did you get some good experiences out there that have helped you become a better quarterback, even though you didn't see the field very much at all out there?
I was able to be behind Austin Reed. As I was able to talk to him and build a relationship with him. I was able to learn from him for sure. I was able to build relationships with a lot of people here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which was good. But yeah.
How excited are you and your wife to come back to Utah? All your family's up north. All her family is in St. George. So, for the most part, that's got to be exciting. I'm sure you guys are ecstatic to get back to where you have a lot of friends and family come watch you play.
Oh, definitely. That was huge. We love home. We love Utah, and like you said, my wife family is 45 minutes away from Cedar. My whole family is up in Utah County, and so what a blessing it will be to have them at games again. I have 19 nieces and nephews, and all those boys are excited to be able to watch Uncle Bronze play again. But yeah, super excited to be back in Utah, to be closer to friends and family, and to play in front of the fan base in Cedar City. That's a city that loves football, and I'm excited to be in front of them and show them that SUU's back.
Yeah, no question. SUU fans, I'm sure coaching staff really ecstatic. I've heard some rumors. I'm not going to say names, but I'm hearing that they've really done well in the portal. They're bringing in some other players, but bringing you in is a big coup. But I hear there's some other talent coming to Cedar City as well. So it's going to be exciting to see what Coach Fitzgerald can do. Spring football will be right around the corner. Bronson, I'm sure you're already enrolled in class, probably taking some online classes. When do you actually get to make the move back and be here full time? I mean, is that coming in the next week or two or month, or what? You got to do it online for a minute and finish out the semester? How does that play out?
Yeah, so like you said, I am enrolled in classes. I'm all online, but I'll actually be heading back west this week, making a drive to be there and be with the guys, start building relationships with those guys and start getting in the in the foxhole and start in the weight room, working out, start building those relationships and taking the first steps to winning a conference championship this year.
Yep, the new UAC conference championship. Obviously, T-Birds 6 wins this year, looking for a bunch more this year. And Bronson Barron going to be quarterback up there for the T-Birds, T-Bird Nation. Get excited. Bronson Barron coming back to Utah. BB, thanks for the time, man. Thanks for breaking the news here with us on the Fan Sports Network. Excited for you, excited for your wife and your family, and always appreciate the time, my man. And I guess for now, what do you got to do? You watching some of the games from last year, getting a feel for the offense, watching a little tape right now until you get on the trek back out west?
Yeah, just still going to the gym, trying to get ready to be able to hop right in with those guys. So appreciate you having me on. Super excited to be a T-Bird and to, bring a lot of wins to Cedar City.
Bronson Barron, everybody. Be safe, be well, safe travels, and we'll see you when you get back out here, buddy.
Appreciate it, Dev.
Bronson Barron, everybody. Going to SU. That's a huge get for Coach Delane Fitzgerald and the Thunderbird coaching staff. And he's slated in to be the guy, right? I mean, taking over for Justin Miller. Mentioned Justin Miller's stats. Bronson Barron, watch this kid. Go watch some film. Rocket arm. Unbelievable. Wants to get to the league. Didn't have time to get into that, but this kid has huge upside, and this is going to be very exciting for Southern Utah University athletics and the football program. Got to take a break. As I